So here's a problem that has fractions in it, and it's a solve for x problem. That means I want to get x equals something. So when I do this, I notice I have x plus 7/6 equals 2x minus 7/6. Now when we have fractions, one way to do this problem is to multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. And in this case, the least common denominator is 6. So I'm going to take 6 and I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. That means the whole thing. So when I'm thinking about multiplying the whole thing, these guys are hanging out on that side and these guys are hanging out on this side. So I take 6 and I multiply it to the whole thing, and over here I take 6 and I multiply it to the whole thing. Be careful with that. Don't just multiply to the piece that has the fraction. If I want this to balance, the whole side has to be multiplied by 6. This whole side has to be multiplied by 6. So when I do that, I can do distributive property, and when I do distributive property, I get 6 times x plus 6 times 7/6. On the left side, and on the right side I get 6 times 2x and then 6 times negative 7/6 over here. So one way I can do this is I can go ahead and multiply that out if I wanted. Here's how that would work. So I would have 6x plus 42 over 6 is equal to 12x plus 12 over 6. And then 42 divided by, oh wait, no, this is 42. Sorry, that's a 42. I can't read my own writing. 42 divided by 6 is 7. 42 divided by 6 is 7. So that's one way I can look at that. An easier way, though, to look at this is, hey, I've got 6 here and 6 there. These are going to cancel out, and I'm left with 7. Here, I've got 6 here and 6 here. These are going to cancel out, and I'm left with 7. Now I can take and finish up this problem. I got rid of my fractions. That was my goal, to get rid of my fractions when I multiplied by the least common denominator. So here I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides, so I'm left with 6x. I'm going to add 7 to both sides, so I'm left with 14. My goal is to get x by itself, divide both sides by 6. 14 over 6, hey, 2 goes into 14, 2 goes into 6, so it simplifies to 7/3.